street. Can do that bit of life, and I have been stuck with your system, just to wreck your feet to the sun. I used to walk with my blues on, girl. Now I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street.
If we could have everyone's attention, we're about to begin the ceremony. Please join us in front of the podium. Thank you.
Welcome this evening. My name is Madeline Agramani, and I am on the board here, the Healthcare District Board. Thank you for coming. One of the most important things, of course, is we are here this evening to be part of the Emergency and Surgery Center's groundbreaking. And this groundbreaking has been a long time coming, and it is only because of our Sonoma community, and of course it's all of you out there, and every one of you for your support. To help remind us of how important our hospital is to the city, and the city to our hospital, it is my pleasure to welcome our Mayor, Joanne Sanders.
Well, what a great day for the residents of Sonoma. It's been a very, very long time coming, and I would be remiss if I didn't make a couple of comments about history, kind of referring back to the Measure C days. There were hard days for our community to come to an agreement about how this hospital should move forward and how it should be able to accommodate the needs of our community and to be able to withstand an earthquake. So I'm very proud that this community came together in light of what happened in Measure C, and we were able to sort of reconcile our differences and put forward a plan that the voters could approve wholeheartedly. Taxpayers here in this district have supported this hospital not only once, but I think twice in the last decade. So I'm very proud to be part of a community, the mayor in a small town where the community is so behind things like this project, and we can all feel really good that this is going to move forward and that we will have a hospital 24/7 to take care of us, and the majority of the residents are behind it and they're willing to pay for it. So I tip my hat to the residents of Sonoma, the ones that aren't here and the ones that are here, for stepping up and paying for this $40 million project that we're about to embark upon. I'm just really proud to have to live in a community where there's such high voter turnout, and just a really engaged community, and one that is willing to hopefully step up and pay for a few $1 million that we might be shy to finish this project the way we'd like to. So thank you to all of you. I appreciate it, and let's look forward to a bright future together. Thank you.
It's been a delight, even in a few short minutes here, to look out and see so many familiar faces that have been engaged over many years in various types of activity. Well, as with any endeavor, there are people who were key to the process, and so many worked for years. And one person I wanted to single out in particular, and I will ask that he stand up, is Carl Gerlach here, our former CEO. He had the vision, and with his team of architects and advisors, especially Norman Gilroy and Peter Hohorst. Where's Norman? There he is. Okay. Hey, he even got a garden named after him. They made our hospital the very first hospital in the state to be approved by the legislature to allow a single contractor to oversee both the design and the construction of this facility. And this will save us about $5 million in construction costs. Now, none of this, truly, could have come about without overwhelming community support, evidenced by the passage almost 2 years ago by Measure P. I wanted to also single out the many, many years that Carolyn and Bob Stone, as we all know, have been supporting mainstays of this hospital, and we give them a special salute. Carolyn and Bob. The voters and property owners of this community 3 times voted to supplement the hospital's operating funds with parcel taxes. Most recently, we passed Measure A. So many thanks to the committee members who worked hard to remind the community of the importance of keeping this hospital on a stable financial basis. Let me just quickly read an excerpt from a letter from a lady in her 70s who wrote to the Index Tribune. As a 74-year resident of Sonoma Valley, I have seen many versions of our local hospital come and go. My mother worked at Burndale Hospital in the early 1940s, and I had my tonsils removed at the next improved hospital. Both of my children were delivered there, and I had other minor surgeries at the present site. I can't count the many times my late husband was treated there at this hospital. The intensive care to skilled nursing, he always received exceptional care. It wasn't until this past December 2nd that I had to be rushed to the emergency room myself after calling 911. I remembered when I opened my eyes, there were worried expressions on the faces of my family. However, for the next 20 days, I was cared for by the most capable, caring, and devoted group of people anyone could ask for. After 9 days on the main floor, I was moved to skilled nursing, where I had the help of several physicians, physical therapists, who got me up and walking until I was ready to go home, just in time for Christmas. And I think her sentiments speak not just to the physical facility that is here, but to the patients and caring for this community. So thank you, Eileen Brown. Well, before I hand over the mic, there's one person I wanted to acknowledge today, and I have to say this very truly, that without her guidance and intelligence and leadership, this day would be much farther in the future. During her short time as CEO of Sonoma Valley Hospital, she has increased patient satisfaction, improved the look and feel of the hospital, and pushed to get this project off the ground. And that is Kelly Mather.
I love Sonoma. I'm just thrilled to see so many people here today, and just I can't express my gratitude in letting you know how important this project is for any hospital, but especially for this hospital. I think it is just, every time you see it, and I hope the picture back here helps you envision what it will look like, but it will be right here where you are, and we are very excited about having a new front door, which is the emergency department, and a new surgery center. It is long overdue, and I want to thank you. I want to especially acknowledge the board of directors. They give so much of their time and effort, and this board has been, thank you for hiring me, and they've been so wonderful in just coming together and developing a plan, and there really is harmony here at this hospital now, and the board members have led that effort, and I thank you for that. Please, they give so much time. I also want to thank all of our staff. I wish I could name everyone, but so many of you are here. Would you just give a wave and say, I work here? Okay. See, a lot of them did come out. They're very excited. I want to acknowledge a few other people who've been so impressive, and I don't know, I haven't seen her here tonight, but the force of nature, Helen Fernandez. Is she here? Yeah! Where is she? She has single-handedly raised money to, with Suzanne Brangan's help, to rebuild our skilled nursing facility. So thank you, Helen. I also want to, Bill already mentioned our auxiliary. It's run by Marie Davis, and she's here. Marie, our president, a little bit shy, but there she is. And then I just want to thank a friend who's become a friend and welcomed me to Sonoma, and that's Marsha Levy. I also want to mention the guys that are pulling this off. J-Tech Management Company. I think Steve and Luke are here. Auto Construction. Those two guys over there. One's got a hard hat if you can't figure it out. And also Nocton Lewis, our architects. They've done a great job, and they've really had a challenge to be able to pull this project in at a lot lower than they had anticipated. I think initially it was going to cost around $40 million, and they came in at around $23 million. So pretty incredible group here. So I'm going to get emotional. There will be more funding needed for the hospital, and we are looking forward to the community joining us in this support. We have a new name for our emergency department, and it is the Marcia and Gary Nelson Family Emergency Department. And we'll be putting this in the lobby. She and her husband Gary and their wonderful contribution is the first and the largest gift this hospital has ever received of $3 million. So I must introduce Marcia. Thank you.
I'm feeling kind of emotional. Today, as I was getting ready to come, I realized that in some ways my life will never be the same. I'm given a big gift, and it changes you. And I began to feel like I was having a panic attack. I started sweating, getting palpitations. Because I'm an MFT, I knew it would only last 5 minutes and I'd be okay. I wouldn't die, but I'd have to get through the day and suffer a little more before it came. But that's not a bad thing, because when I think about our emergency room, I realize that everybody that comes through the door feels just that way. Only their medical complications might be more severe, but they never know once they enter the door what they'll be like and what their lives will be like thereafter. So I come today feeling very present in what I love and support for this valley, which is an emergency crisis center for everybody who takes a breath in Sonoma. I feel pride because the hard work and saving that Gary and I have done through our lives has resulted in us having the money that we can give. And the ability to give back in such a meaningful way, I hope. And if Gary were here, he would say that the money we're giving is only for the emergency room, not for the surgery centers upstairs. So, you know, there's room for other people to step up. And whether or not we've had the money to have state-of-the-art anything, we've had amazing people guide us and walk with us and hold us in this time of crisis. So if you haven't been hit this way, good for you. But should you have a crisis, and you find yourself in the parking lot of this hospital, you will find yourself in a crisis center ready to respond to your technical, clinical, medical, and supportive needs. I would just like to close by saying we are privileged to live in a boutique community. We're not overcrowded. We have the luxury of open space and beautiful weather and all of these things that other communities like a San Jose or a Santa Clara don't have. But we live this way at a price. And the beauty of our community, that we can think we can keep the boutique ambiance and have a state-of-the-art emergency center, is everybody's responsibility. And as I step up to a shovel, which I'm going to sometime, I think, to turn the soil and begin this project, I ask each of you to step up your thinking and find a way that you too can contribute in some way to make what we're doing here today yours. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robbie Cohen. I'm the Chief Medical Officer and sometime emergency room physician. I would now like to invite members of the board, Mayor Sanders, Marcia, and Kelly, to come and grab a golden shovel, and Carl as well. How about that? Please join us, Carl, for the groundbreaking ceremony.
Very cool. Rosie the Riveter almost. Rosie the Riveter. Look here, guys. This is for us.
Okay.
We're done.
All right, ready? We're going to dig in and
Got some more newspaper
throw it
pictures
that
there.
way. Just a little.
Oh,
All right, here it is. Let's all clap. Ready?